Hello and welcome to the Glidewell.io in-office solution. Today we'll familiarize ourselves with the features and benefits of the FastMill.io chairside milling system. We'll be looking at the FastDesign.io system workflow, the mill control panel, the FastMill.io chairside mill connections, and the materials used in the FastMill.io chairside milling system. The Glidewell.io in-office solution is an intuitive chairside milling system that elevates same-day dentistry with a simplified process. It's simply a matter of scan, design, and mill, drastically reducing the waiting time between preparation and restoration delivery for both the doctor and the patient. It also provides support via direct communication with Glidewell Laboratories and its team of highly experienced digital production specialists. The main elements of the Glidewell.io solution are the physical components that go into the doctor's practice, such as the iTero Element intraoral scanner and the FastMill.io in-office unit. The intangible digital elements, such as the FastDesign software and the FastMill.io mill control panel. The iTero Element intraoral scanner eliminates the need for traditional impressions. The FastDesign.io software brings a restoration design to your fingertips. And finally, the FastMill.io chairside mill that comes with an intuitive mill control panel and efficient milling capabilities, providing a time and cost advantage to both the doctor and the patient. Let's talk briefly how the files are handled and generated in the FastDesign.io software. The first step begins with scanning a patient's prep on the iTero Element scanner. The scan is then sent to FastDesign.io software, where a restoration design is created. Next, we leverage Glidewell.io cloud-based services to generate the NC files that are sent to the mill control panel. The restoration can now be milled via the mill control panel. It's important to mention here that an internet connection with sufficient bandwidth is required to move the files back and forth to the cloud. Let us now take a look at what we mean by mill control panel. It's the software interface that operates the FastMill.io chairside mill. When we turn on the mill control panel, it takes approximately a minute to home and be ready to use. You'll see two tabs at the top of the screen, Cases and Milled. Click on the Cases tab to display the cases to be milled. These cases will be listed according to the time when the case was processed. The Milled tab contains information of cases that have been completed. You can also use the Milled tab to rerun the same case over and over again. To mill a case, go to the Cases tab and select a case that you'd like to mill. Now hit the play button situated next to the case name to mill the case. While milling, the case will show as milling, and when done it displays complete. If you'd like to retrieve information of a milled case, just access the Milled tab to view the completed list of cases. Click on the case you'd like to view. Next, there are two buttons on the mill control panel screen that deserve your attention. First is the Change Tool button that enables a one-click tool change and a reset of the tool life bar. And second, the Change Coolant button that allows you to change the coolant at any point in time. It also resets the coolant life bar. As you notice, both buttons are accompanied by life bars. The life bar starts at 100%, indicating that the tool or coolant are ready for use. Once the tool or coolant are completely consumed, they will display 0%. The tool life bar starts with a 100% mark and displays 0% after approximately every 5 restorations of Obsidian Classic and Camouflage Now, after the 10th restoration for Biotemps Now, and after every restoration for Bruxer Now. The coolant life bar displays a 0% mark for approximately every 10 restorations. Now let's look at the spindle and the tooling. The FastMill.io chairside mill features a 100,000 RPM spindle, which helps in the fast milling of the restoration, giving its name the FastMill. This high-speed spindle is required to ensure an accurate, aesthetically pleasing finish to the crown. Next, let's look at how to insert the milling tool, also called the burr, into the collet. When running NC files on the mill control panel, the NC program will automatically open the collet. To change the burr manually, you simply click the Change Tool button on the mill control panel and the collet will open. Then, insert the burr into the collet, making sure that it's inserted until the cone of the burr is against the collet. Click OK on the mill control panel screen and the collet will close onto the burr. Close the mill door. Next to the spindle is the material holder. Place the material into the holder. The FastMill.io chairside mill mandrel is designed to allow the mandrel to be inserted into the material holder only one way. This ensures you always place it in correctly. Once placed, tighten the retaining screw with the torque driver provided. You will feel and hear a snap when the screw is tightened correctly. It is important to mention here that the mill system comes with a spindle maintenance kit. It is provided when you purchase your Glidewell.io in-office solution. Using the spindle maintenance kit to clean the spindle collet on a monthly basis ensures efficiency of the mill system. To clean, we must first lock the spindle shaft and release the collet. To do this, click the Change Tool button. Now using the collet wrench, place the wrench onto the hex at the end of the collet. Loosen the collet from the shaft. You must have a tool or burr in the collet when loosening or replacing the collet. This helps with having a grip on the collet. Once loosened, remove the burr and proceed to remove the collet by hand. Wipe the collet surface with a lint-free clean cloth. Next, insert the brush into the tool end of the collet. Now slowly turn the collet to brush the inside. Use the brush to clean the 3 slits on the outside of the collet. Insert the taper cleaning tool into the tapered spindle shaft. Apply a light pressure to the tool and rotate it to clean the shaft. Place a small dot of the lubricant on the collet and smear it all over the outside of the collet. Reinstall the collet into the spindle shaft by hand. Gently twist the collet until it stops to turn in the shaft. Finally, insert a burr and tighten the collet using the collet wrench. Do not over-tighten the collet into the spindle shaft during installation, as it may damage the collet. As mentioned before, ensure that the burr is inserted until the cone of the burr is against the collet. Once the collet is tight, click OK. The collet will now lock itself onto the burr. We'll now take a look at the coolant trough. As mentioned, when the coolant life bar reaches 0%, it's time to change the coolant. To change the coolant, you must first remove the trough. The mill will automatically release the trough when the life bar reaches 0%. Open the trough door and pull it by the handle with your other hand under the trough to prevent spilling. Once the trough is out of the mill, remove the stainless steel splash guard. Clean all debris from the top filter, trough, and inner filter with tap water. A word of caution, do not unplug the internal filter when you remove the trough. Remove and rinse the main filter without unplugging the inner filter. A good practice to ensure efficient milling is to clean out coolant debris after every 10th job or once a week. Next, mix a batch of coolant in the pitcher provided with your chairside system. Add 95 milliliters of coolant to the pitcher. And fill it with distilled water up to the 1500 milliliter mark. Fill the trough with this mixture of coolant and distilled water. The FastMill.io trough has 2 special features: an easy to identify minimum and maximum marker to help with measuring the coolant, and a manual way to remove the coolant trough. If you've turned off the mill and would like to clean or just remove the trough, go to the rear of the mill. You will see a lever in the hole on the back cover. Push the lever towards the center leg to release the trough. Clean the trough following the process described earlier and fill with a mixture of distilled water and coolant. Finally, let's familiarize ourselves with the back panel of the mill. Here we have the power inlet, which uses a standard cord that plugs into any North American wall outlet. Here's the on and off switch, a USB A to B cord connecting the mill to the design computer. Let's take a look at the variety of materials our doctors can choose to work with on the FastMill.io chairside mill. First, Obsidian Classic. Obsidian Classic is an attractive lithium silicate glass ceramic material that comes in 12 Vita Classic shades and 2 Chromoscope bleach shades and packed 5 per case. The burr should be changed after every 5th restoration. Next is Bruxer Now. Now stands for no oven wait, meaning no sintering is required. This is the only fully sintered zirconia available chairside. It comes out of the mill pre-polished to a natural tooth-like satin luster, which can be additionally polished if so desired. Available in 14 Vita Classic shades, the package comes with 3 blocks, 3 single-use specialized diamond burrs. Camouflage Now is a polymer ceramic hybrid material that mills quickly and has a high resilience. It provides you with the speed you desire, all in a single visit. Camouflage Now comes in packs of 5 and is accompanied with the necessary bonding components. Variety shade packs are also available. Like Obsidian Classic, the burrs should be changed after every 5th restoration. And of course, our latest offering for our chairside mills, Biotemps Now. Biotemps Now is an affordable PMMA material especially designed for aesthetic, in-office milled temporaries, with shades to meet the patient's shade requirements. The Biotemps Now case comes with 5 blocks. Unlike Obsidian, Camouflage Now, or Bruxer Now, you can produce 10 Biotemp restorations per tool. The milling time for all these materials is much quicker than other mills. Bruxer Now can be milled in 35 minutes, Obsidian Classic in 15, and both Camouflage and Biotemps Now materials in 7 minutes. To sum up, the FastMill is a full 4-axis mill. The mill features a sprue reduction process, which reduces the sprue to 1 mm in diameter. This reduced diameter of the sprue makes it easier to remove the restoration with a quick cut or a simple snap. This is a major advantage to the doctor, who does not have to reshape the crown after cutting back an otherwise thick sprue. The compact design means a smaller footprint, using less counter space. All in all, this mill is an innovative in-office solution from Gladwell.io to support you in creating many more beautiful smiles. Thanks for being with us today as we walk through the features and benefits of the FastMill.io chairside mill. If you have any questions or want to know more about the FastMill.io system, visit our website, Glidewell.io, or contact us at the number provided at the end of this video. Our representatives are always ready to assist.